Yesterday I was watching the girls play tennis. I was trying to catch glimpses of panties beneath the little skirts. Meanwhile, bombs were being dropped in Afghanistan, but the girls were still trying, serving, running, volleying, bending over, bending over. When I was 15, I'd be alone in my basement watching Chris Everett on the television, my hand in my pants, waiting for her to bend over. I also liked Tracy Austin's ass and Yvonne Goolagong's. What a name, Goolagong. I think she might have been an Aborigine. I imagine she had a brunette pussy. I wish I could lick it right now, even if she's 60. To hell with writing. I'd like to lick Yvonne Goolagong's pussy right now. Anyway, the girls were playing. 6 courts, 12 girls. End of the day, fall light. Very pretty. Clean air. College. Hope. Young people. Flyers on bulletin boards. Go tennis team. Blonde ponytails. Long legs. Smooth legs. 12 sweet pussies hidden somewhere in those skirts. Lots of bending over. Bombs dropping. I was getting this delicious display of young bottom because I'm writer in residence for a month at this all-girls college. It's deep in the South. They have me up on a hill in a house behind some trees, hidden, like Anthony Perkins in Psycho. Down below is the soccer field and the tennis courts. The tennis match was against Sweetbriar Fur Patch College. And I have to say, those girls were blonder, richer, classier. You could see it in their strokes, their sneers. Oh, to have one of them in bed. This thin blonde with a good net game comes to mind. She was wearing glasses. Glasses on a girl can be very sexy. One time, years ago, late at night on Rue Saint-Denis in Paris, which is lined with hundreds of whores, it's legal in Paris, I wasn't tempted by any of the women. I enjoyed looking. It was fun, but I was impervious. Wasn't going to waste my money. Wasn't going to risk getting crabs, or who knows what, even with a condom. So I watched the parade of my fellow men, the lonely suckers. There were probably 1,000 men marching up and down the street for 300 hookers. I was in the parade, but I was above it all. A voyeur, a writer observing life. Then I saw this one wearing glasses. That did it. Had to have her. She was dark-haired and short, a sexy body, full tits, a pretty face, but it was those cat-shaped glasses, those glasses. So we climbed 3 flights to her horrible room, low ceiling, slanted floor, walls so thin you could trace a drawing, something like that. The room had seen too much sad fucking. I gave her the money. She told me to undress. I did what she told me. Then she washed my cock with a wet rag. Probably spread diseases on it. Anthrax. Put anthrax on my cock. Wait, this was 1989. I wasn't popular back then. After the cock cleaning, she undressed. Her body all trussed up in bra and girdle and hoses and clamps and hidden steel beams came melting out. Tits all dead. A cesarean scar and stretch marks on her belly. But I had already paid. She yanked my thing to life and put a condom on it. We lay down. I caught a glimpse of her bush underneath her belly. She took her glasses off, remembering at the last moment, and put them on the little night table. No! I could handle the scar, the fat, the yanking, but I needed those glasses for my hard-on. But I was too embarrassed to ask. I was young then. Now I know to ask for what I need, especially when it comes to the hard-on. I deflated, but she grabbed my soft thing and got it in her. She gave a couple of fake moans and kicked her heels in my ass like a jockey. I squeezed a boob and pinched a tired brown nipple. I put my mouth on the nipple and it hardened. This little spark of real life from her, even if involuntary, made me get hard, and when I got hard, I came. It had lasted 60 seconds. I looked at the glasses on the night table. There's nothing worse than bad sex, except bad sex that you've paid for. If only she had kept the glasses on. Anyway, the blonde from Fur Patch College. She had glasses, thin gold frames. If I had her here in my little house on the hill right now, I'm going to skip the next few sentences, it's a little too vulgar. And then with, you're a doll in bed. Anyway, I give you a reason to read the book. So then he says, the narrator, you're a doll in bed, in his mind if she was up there. Look over your shoulder at me with those glasses, you dear thing. You're wearing glasses, but you're on your belly with your gorgeous ass in the air and your puss taking me in. You're a beautiful female animal. We're play acting at making babies. I love you. Anyway, these sweet briar fur patch girls were beating my girls pretty handily. Wouldn't you know, I end up at a poor man's all-girls college. But what the hell? Better to be here than not to be here. An all-girls college feels like a pretty safe place as we go to war. I only reported here for duty 2 days ago. They needed a writer at the last minute. Somebody recommended me and said they hired me without reading my books. They only read the resume, which looks good, 3 novels. But they should have read the novels before letting me down here. I took the job because it's a one-liner for my friends. I'm spending a month as a writer in residence at this all-girls school. Gave everybody a laugh. But I don't know if it's a laugh. I've masturbated 9 times in 48 hours. That's way too much at my age, 3 years shy of 40. I look like I have 2 black eyes. I'm losing too much semen. All my nutrients are going out my cock. To hell with Afghanistan. I need the government to drop some food on me. Drop it on my cock. I'm so horny because I'm Jewish. Jews know their life is in danger all the time. That's why we're so horny. It's distasteful. We're about to get it in the neck again, I'm sure. I think Jews must have alien blood in them. Some alien screwed a sexy Jewish in the desert 5,000 years ago. That's why we're hated. We're part alien. How else do you explain Einstein, Freud, Gershwin, and Lewinsky? If Lewinsky hadn't been so horny and brainy, she could never have sucked Clinton's cock. Granted, he was a fairly easy target, but still, it took a lot of brains and chutzpah and sex drive to give the President of the United States a blowjob. She's the Einstein of sex. And if he hadn't been dealing with his blowjob impeachment, maybe he could have done something in the Middle East. And we wouldn't be going crazy right now, bombing and getting bombed. Well, it's all too much for me. And now it's lunchtime. I've been writing for 2 hours, imagining Goulagon's pussy, and remembering that French pussy, and wanting that Fur Patch Girl's pussy. So I'm going to the dining hall where I'll be surrounded by 600 real vaginas. Not imaginary. Real, delicious, beautiful. All being sat on while the girls eat. Incredible. I'm in a womb shelter. Bring on the bombs. Thank you.